got the mic on.
Okay. Everybody's mic on? Yes. Good evening and welcome to the July 10th, 2025 regular meeting of the Zoning Commission held in room 133 of the Brookfield Town Hall and streamed live on Zoom. First, I'll have the members of the Zoning Commission present here introduce themselves, starting from my left.
Phoebe Holmes, alternate.
Dionisio Fontana, alternate.
Anthony Papucci, Vice Chair.
Kurt Timmerman, Chairman.
Matt Grimes, Secretary.
Sean Turner, member.
Greg Petrosoni, alternate.
Also present this evening is our Land Use Director, Laura Barkowski, and our Recording Secretary, Elizabeth Adams. There's copies of the agenda up here on the table and on the town website, so feel free to come up and take a copy.
What day was Monday, the 7th or the 6th?
Chair.
Oh, you found it.
All right. So, let's see. Tonight,
Oh, it's on
Gwen,
the town website? Okay. I was
Commissioner
looking at
Arment
this
is
time, sorry.
not here, so Dionisio Fontana will be a voting member. So, as I got some...
You say the pledge?
Oh, yeah. If everybody like stand up and pledge allegiance.
To the flag for the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to let the commission know, I did receive some correspondence from Robinson and Cole. They are, I guess, a legal team, but they is about the cell tower notification for 42A Hidden Brook Drive. This is a cell tower that the town declined to put on their own property because it wasn't a good financial deal. And so they elected to go on private property. So the land use office has a copy. It's pretty thick and everything. Just so you know, we do have a section 7.2A in our regs. So we claim any jurisdiction over any that the state doesn't have, which there is none. So, but at least in there we have our preferences of where we like to have cell towers and what we like them to look like. So absent anything else, at least if they go through our regs, they can see, all right, they don't want it, you know, super tall and in the way and close to things. So that's ongoing. Review of the minutes of the previous meetings.
I'll move we approve the minutes of the last regular meeting dated June 26, 2025, as submitted.
Thank you, Matt.
I'll second.
Thank you, Tony. Any amendments that anybody has? Any corrections?
That was a quickie.
Yes, it was 8 minutes long.
Not that kind of quickie, but you.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, unanimous? All right, there are no continued public hearings. The next one is the public hearing for 36 Greenknoll Drive Z-25-32. So I'll read my script first. This is a regular meeting of the Brookfield Zoning Commission at this point in our agenda for 36 Greenknoll Drive, application number Z-25-32, for a single-family conversion application to construct a 660 square foot accessory apartment. Public hearing was set for today from the last meeting. First, I'll have the members of the commission reintroduce themselves, starting from my left.
Phoebe Holmes, alternate.
Dionisio Fontana, alternate.
Anthony Papucci, Vice Chair.
Kurt Timmerman, Chairman.
You should say regular member for this one. Matt Grimes, Secretary.
Sean Turner, member.
Greg Petrosoni, alternate.
And let the record show that Dionisio Fontana is a voting member on this application tonight, and he gets to deliberate with it. We'll open this public hearing by calling upon the Commission Secretary to read the legal notice of this hearing.
Okay, this was published in the News Times, June 27th, 2025. The Brookfield Zoning Commission will hold a public hearing at Town Hall, 100 Pocono Road, Brookfield, Connecticut, room 133 at 7 p.m. on 7/10/25 for an application by 36 Greenknoll Drive, application Z-25-32, William Besherat of NAC Industries, Inc., for Douglas and Andrea Packard, a single-family conversion application to construct a 660 square foot accessory apartment. At this hearing, interested persons may appear and be heard. Written communications received, files available for inspection at Town Hall. Kurt Timmerman, Chairman.
Thank you, Matt. This application was formally received by the Commission on June 26, 2025. The public hearing is only one aspect of the approval process and is for the purposes of accepting factual information and data bearing on this application and to allow expression of opinion by interested parties. Subsequent to this hearing, the Commission has 65 days in which to render a decision on this proposal. The final decision may be in the form of approved as submitted, approved with stipulations, or denied. After reading into the record the correspondence received by the Commission relative to this application, we will ask the applicant to present the application in detail. The presentation will be limited to 45 minutes. The Chair will then entertain questions of clarification concerning the applicant's presentation. We will hear from those who wish to speak in favor of the application, followed by those who are opposed. Comments must be limited to 5 minutes. Members of the public will have one opportunity to speak during this segment of the hearing and may also submit their concerns of writing during the public hearing. During this segment, the commissions may ask additional questions. The bylaws of the commission only allow for the presentation of similar positions in succession and preclude the intermixture of comments pro or con. All questions and comments must be directed through the chair. As you are recognized, please state your name and address so that your comments may be legally recorded. Please be assured that everyone will be given the opportunity to speak. However, the Commission is most interested in hearing factual information relative to the application, and in view of the time constraints placed upon us, we ask your indulgence in not reiterating comments previously presented. After the public comments are received, the applicant will have the opportunity to comment, and the time will be limited to 10 minutes. Are there any questions on the... I know I said it fast, but... we shall now ask the Secretary to proceed with the reading of correspondence, of which
do
I
not
think
believe
we
we
have.
have any.
We just
Oh,
have one.
Just an email.
Yeah, just
Okay,
an
so we
email.
do, I have an email dated July 3rd, 2025. This is from, looks like Karen Prizio. It says, my name is Karen Prizio. I live at 39 Greenhold Drive across the street from Douglas and Andrea Packard. I have notified them I've been notified by them they would like to do an in-law apartment so her mom could live there with them. I am in agreement with this and have no complaints with them going forward with this project. Thank you. So I guess that's our only correspondence.
Yeah, that's all I saw in our packet. All right, the chair is now prepared to hear your presentations.
Thank you. My name is William Basharat. I'm representing the owner. I have with me Andrea Packard and Vicky Pico, daughter.
Spell your last name.
Say that
Can
again.
you spell your last name for me?
Besharat. As in Tom. Okay, in this year we're proposing to add a one-bedroom apartment, basically, but it's going to be a two-room with a daughter. We comply with all setbacks and requirements of the zoning on this, and they will be directly connected. The two units will be directly connected and shared living, except mommy will have her own privacy at night and during the day, whatever. So we were informed that with that, we will need to come to this board and seek approval for special use, I assume it is, special use permit for this apartment. Again, I'll reiterate that it is a true mother-daughter situation. This is not a rental unit. We met the setbacks requirement, size of the space, percentages, and everything else. And this is the phase before we hopefully be able to get our building permit.
Sure. All right. Can you go through
Yes.
the design here for us? Just so you know, it could be for rental. That's not a
Yes.
restriction.
At this stage, we really have no. This is the
Oh,
existing
yeah, watch
house.
out.
Watch the microphone there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is the existing house. This is the existing house is on this side. This is the proposed addition. It will have its own private entrance, but also will be connected to the house itself. It's going to have a small little kitchen area, a bedroom, a bathroom, and a living area or sitting area.
Sure.
The unit itself is going to be sitting on a crawl space, and they're going to be in a full basement. And the outside, we try to blend it. And basically, this is the existing house in the background. This is the addition in this area, and we kind of jogged it out to maintain. The lot has an odd shape of a circular, so we had to jog it out to maintain our setbacks and in a comfortable scenario without being too tight to it.
Sure, okay. You keeping the same siding, you're just gonna match the
Yes, we're
siding
gonna
on the new
continue
one?
the siding, we're gonna match the roofing, match the siding, everything is gonna be, the house is in very good condition, very well kept.
Mhm.
And the siding and the roofing are not that old.
Yeah.
And we can definitely match everything the same color and material.
Right, okay.
Septic's big enough?
Yes. No, this has sewer, but town.
That's right, I'm
has sewer.
wrong
Oh.
neighborhood, sorry.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about the bedroom count,
Sorry, wrong neighborhood.
okay?
Not that green, yeah.
All right, do the commissioners have any questions or clarification?
You said that it's gonna be built on a crawl space.
Yes.
Is it the existing crawl space?
No, the house has existing basement.
Okay, oh, so,
The unit will have its own
The
crawl
unit
space.
itself will
Yeah.
have a crawl space.
Okay.
There's no reason to expand the.
no, understood, but that's where I was going with it. Would it be a slab or was
No,
there
it's
something
gonna be
below
a
it?
crawl space. This raises up about like 3 feet higher than the outside grade, you know?
That's fine.
Frankly, I don't see any problem with
Yeah,
that.
the foundation was the only thing that I wasn't sure.
All right, did any HVAC or anything you're gonna put in that's not shown on here, like
No,
compressors and stuff?
it's gonna be, we're gonna continue the stuff that's in the house, possibly do a split unit if it's needed.
Oh, okay,
In case we don't have the space for it.
Right.
But it's gonna be part of the whole house, not
Right.
have a separate meter or anything like that.
his own zone probably.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yes.
damper zone.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so there's, are there any questions from the audience for questions of clarification? Just questions on what's been presented? No? Is there anybody who'd like to speak in favor of the application?
You speak in favor of your own place.
You can, yes. If you'd like to come up to the podium, give your name and address,
Okay,
that's
sure.
fine, yes, you can do
Okay,
that.
sure.
I'm Andrea Packard, and I definitely speak in favor of this project. This is just for my mom to live with us, and she has been living with us, but she doesn't have her own bathroom, and it's kind of a little tight with our whole family, so this would be really great for us.
Okay, and your address?
Oh, 36 Green Knoll Drive.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, anybody else would like to speak in favor of the application?
I'm her son, and it would really help our family a lot.
And her son, your name?
Nat Pico. And you know, she's been living with my sister, and it would be a big help for her to have her own space.
All right, and your address?
I don't live in Brookfield. I live.
That's fine.
Yeah, I live in Fairfield, Connecticut, 2690 Congress Street.
All right, thank you. All right, anybody else like to speak in favor?
You have to stand up.
Yes, because the podium's got a microphone, and we're recording it.
Ryan Shaw, 45 Wiskaneer Road, Brookfield. I'd like to speak in favor. I'm also going after something similar, so I understand. Because of the economy right now, it would be helpful. Yeah.
All right, thank you. Anybody who'd like to speak in anybody else in favor? Or anybody like to speak in opposition? No, seeing nobody. Any other questions from the commission, and any wrap-up, sir, from the applicant?
No, I mean, you know, like I said in my presentation, we tried to meet every requirement
Yep.
for the proposal, and without having to ask for any variances or anything like that.
All right, so the requirements being, it had to be between 480 and I think 800
Yes.
or 900 square feet. Someone's got to be 55 or disabled or handicapped, but it's currently vacant. So they do meet that. They meet all these requirements.
We meet all criteria that's required. Yeah, we looked at them before.
2 means of egress.
Mhm.
I have a motion that we close the public hearing.
All right, thank you, Matt.
I'll second.
All right, thank you, Tony. Any discussion on closing the public hearing? No? All in favor, who can vote?
Aye.
All right, that was unanimous.
All right, I want to make a motion that the commission approve application Z-25-32. That is a single-family conversion for 36 Green Knoll Drive of 660 square feet as submitted.
Second.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Sean, for the second. Any discussion on approving the motion? On the motion to approve? Nope, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, that's unanimous.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your time, and have a great evening, everybody. Thank you.
So so both the new business items are out for the night, right?
Yeah, so we have no old business. 7A, new business. This is for 18 Junction Road. Upon reading the requirements in the zoning regs, this is under section 6.5 earthwork rating, subsection, where's the subsection I care about? Subsection B.3, the removal of more than 100 cubic yards or addition in a residential district will require special permit and an excavation permit. Since this requires a special permit, then the application is incomplete and we can't even accept the application, nor can we even set a public hearing. So we need more information on this.
You don't deny this one with prejudice, do you? Because they did submit something, but it's not complete. Do you not
Oh,
deny
no,
it?
we don't even deny it, we don't even accept it.
Okay,
It's
well,
incomplete.
okay.
It doesn't even go to the next step,
Fine, fine.
yeah.
And the other one's incomplete too, right?
The other one's incomplete too, so this one will feed back through the land use, what's required for special permit, and based on some of the preliminary information, what else would be required. Similar to the green knoll thing. 7B, 19A, Elbow Hill Road, this one, for the same reason, it's incomplete, not the same reason. We didn't get all the documentation, or land use didn't, that they required in order to make the application complete, so we can't accept it.
And we're not in a position to set a public hearing.
Yeah, so without accepting the application, we can't set the public hearing. So, those two are no-goes for tonight. 8, there's no tabled items. 9A, Ryan Shaw, 45, Commissioner comments and informal discussion. Ryan Shaw, 45A Wiskaner Road. He wants to talk about accessory apartment.
Introduce myself.
Yes, yes.
Ryan Shaw, 45 Wiskaner Road and 45A. I talked to Fran. Apparently, normally you don't allow the auxiliary dwelling unit to go in before the house, but he thought that you guys would make an exception possibly. That was my first question. I wanted to
Right.
confirm that.
Well, the regulations state if you have an accessory dwelling that's there, and then you want to convert it into an accessory apartment, it needs to be there for 7 years on the tax rolls. If it's not there, then that's a loophole.
The structure needs to be on the tax
The
rolls,
structure needs to be
not
on
the
the-
property
No,
itself.
the structure itself.
Because it's a similar situation to them. I'm gonna build a house. My mother needs a house sooner. So I was gonna put up a little cottage for her
Sure.
before house construction, because I have a place to live. I'm not in a huge hurry. But that was my first question. Thank
Before
you.
you mean there's gonna
So
be a house
45A,
Yep.
it's a vacant lot right now.
there? Yes.
Last year I was working with Laura to get the driveway in. I'm working
Yeah.
on that this year. I'll hopefully be applying for a permit for the cottage soon.
Tell me where we are with respect to Happy Landings, where about?
The silo, does that ring a
Yeah,
bell? The
farm.
silo,
Oh,
the barn.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is
Yeah.
where the driveway cut was put in, the
Right.
easement.
I see, yep.
Yeah.
So my thought was to put the cottage in first to solve her issue of a place to live. I'm living out front in 45, then I'm going to construct the main house, but I'd like to give you guys a full, site plan of where the house is gonna go, where the cottage is gonna go. I'm meeting with an architect next week to draw the cottage, but just the rules on the cottage are kinda unclear. 800 square feet.
So accessory apartments is 3-.
It's gonna be standalone. Here's just a little example, something like that.
Have we ever done that before, or granted an accessory before the main structure's built? I'm just
Well,
curious.
that's
we would
that's the
grant the
question.
whole plot plan.
Right.
We would grant the whole plan of house and,
Because I have the
Accessory.
preliminaries drawn for the house.
yeah.
We're gonna move forward with that, but I'm just thinking, I'm not in a hurry to move in there. She needs a place now,
You
so
know,
I was,
How fast you build it is not our
Yeah, I mean,
concern.
I think
If
you
you
could-
give us a plot plan and a design. and
For the whole
with a house,
property,
For the
yeah.
whole property.
Yeah,
Right.
And then we can approve that.
okay.
And this 7-year thing is only if it existed already, it doesn't.
What order you do things really isn't.
Okay.
After you get it from
Yeah.
us.
Right.
All right.
As long as they're not standalones. I mean, and by that I mean, here's plan part 1, this is what's being built, Oh, and now I'm changing what I was gonna put here, and I'm gonna change this. Doing it as the full, this is the entire main house,
Project, yeah.
second house,
They're gonna
driveways,
have
all of
most-
that. Then it's locked in. That-
Got it.
Again,
Yeah.
then order of what gets built?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not our concern.
Right.
Okay, I just wasn't sure, because I wasn't sure if larger had to go, yeah,
no.
that makes sense.
Yeah, so 480 to 800 square feet, so,
And that's livable space, correct?
yes.
What about overall footprint? Is
For
that,
example, we just did one on Rocky Road.
Rocky.
And he was putting in a structure, half of which would be accessory apartment, which was 800 square feet. The other half is just going to be a garage. So the structure itself is larger, but it only pertains to the living space inside the structure.
Okay.
Not to the whole footprint.
that's how I interpreted it. My dad interpreted it a little differently. I didn't want to pay the architect and then have to pay him
No,
twice.
I mean,
you know,
that,
so-
that question had come up. We got clarification from our town attorney.
Got it. So very similar. It'd be living space, garage or carport. This is just a
Exactly.
generic plan.
Yes, it's just,
Front porch, so it's gonna be bigger than 800 footprint, 800
yeah,
livable.
Right.
yes.
Don't present it, just submit the whole property. plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
And-
so,
and
but
that's
your question
critical.
is correct.
Okay. And one last question. What are the odds of a variance going through for 1,000 square feet?
We can't answer that. We can't answer that.
It-
Yeah, you know.
No.
Just to give
Sorry,
you
we can't
education
go
about
there.
variances, it's gotta be a hardship that's related to the land, something's weird about the land. And the only financial hardship you can get if there was a total taking, you couldn't do anything with that lot. So
Leave it
my
at-
opinion,
leave it at
I don't
globally,
see,
though. You're
yeah,
not-
I'm still speaking globally, that's what hardships are.
Yeah.
And generally, hardships should be very difficult to get because it's a very rare piece of property that has something so egregious that you can't get any use out of it if you apply the zoning regs.
Okay. Understood.
Chairman had a full head of dark hair before he started granting some variances on the CBA.
Because you guys had given me one in the past for a garage, and I understand the hardship. I was non-conforming lot, and yeah. So,
Yeah.
But all right. I think that's all the questions I have.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for taking the time to come in front and clarify it.
Yeah.
Or it hits, you know,
Yeah.
an
So I'll
application.
give you the full design. That'll be the next time.
Whole kit and caboodle, yep.
All right.
Well, thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
And these folks are not here tonight.
Yes,
right?
Dave's Hot Chicken's not coming in today. I mean, you saw the graphic in the package.
When these folks come in and the other two, you think they could bring samples in maybe so we can try?
I don't know, they have to come from far away. I mean,
They're coming from New Haven.
Might have to reheat them a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, they won't be hot anymore.
Cold chicken.
Is there any other commissioner comments or anything?
Right, gonna be a bright building.
It will.
Well, or will it? I don't know, maybe they thought it was too bright. It looks pretty abstract. I think those are birds, but I wasn't sure. Abstract birds. Chickens, little ones.
They're
We
not-
only allowed 12 chickens on an acre.
What are we,
Did you stop at that place right on the town line before you came in and looked at that?
what are we gonna do, what are we gonna do when we get complaints in the land use office of backyard chickens suddenly disappearing, but no trace of where they disappeared? How many complaints you get about trespassing chickens all the time? You've gotten those before, I know.
And I gotta tell you, I don't see the chickens in those.
Yeah, these are chickens.
It looks like someone put the bullet hole.
Someone was on something.
I know.
It went over
Say
to
it.
Danbury. That's why we don't allow cannabis.
There's no
here.
alcohol permit gonna be granted for the place, so.
All right.
I'm thinking Starbucks would have a problem with it. My 2 cents.
I know. I have to say.
Costs a lot more than 2 cents at Starbucks, Tony. Move to adjourn.
All
Second.
right. Thank you. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Tony. All in favor of adjourning?
Aye.